Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about what I call is second-hand weight loss or hand-me-down weight loss. What do I mean by that? Well, it's actually almost exactly how it sounds, only in reverse is that a lot of us want to have that second-hand weight loss, that we want somebody who's already been through it, who's done all the hard stuff, and we want to just piggyback off of what they've done. And I've done this a million times. I was trying to research or thinking like, well, why can't I lose weight? Why aren't I losing weight? And then I would skip to one person to the other of finding something that sounded good to me or sounded that like I wanted, and I would follow their plan to a T because I'm like, well, if this worked for them, then they're like, then this will work for you. And you're like, oh, okay. And I would get all their macros, I would watch all their food videos, and I would copy it to a T. Okay, they do 2 eggs for breakfast. I am doing 2 eggs for breakfast. They do no snacks before lunch. Okay, I am not snacking. Okay, they are doing tuna salad for lunch every day. I'm going to do tuna salad. They don't ever have treats. Well, I'm not going to do that. And, oh, they're at the gym they're doing this workout. I'm going to do that workout too. And I'm going to do it 5 days a week. And I'd follow this plan, and I'd do it all 5 days. And I'd get to the week, and I'm like, man, I feel accomplished. And I bet I lost so much weight. And you hop on that scale and be like 0 or maybe like 1. And you're like, I worked that hard to lose 1 pound. Are you kidding me? And I would just feel defeated. Like, I have 60 pounds to go, and I've only lost 1 pound. Not cool. Or then I was so irritated that, like, I was like, if I have tuna 1 more time, I'm going to throw up. And that, just following something that's so rigid like that just made me, the thought of it to do it another week, you're like, oh, because you're spending so much mental energy trying to copy everything this person is doing that you're not taking the time to figure it out for you. And that's really the key to weight loss, guys, is if you really want to lose weight and you want to maintain it as a lifestyle, not just a diet, because you can gain that weight back. But do you want to lose it and keep it off? Is you're going to have to change your lifestyle. But here's the thing, is that you've got to find out what works for you. And that does take longer. And that does take a little bit more mental energy because it can be somewhat frustrating. But you've got to take the time to find something, not piggybacking off of what other people have done, but finding out what's going to work for you. If you hate bike riding, you cannot become a bike rider. If you can't run or it kills your body, do not become a runner just because somebody lost 60 pounds riding a bike. That is great, and that should give you motivation to know that you can do it too. That's what that is there for. But you have to look within yourself and say, what can I do? Maybe you're a mom with several young 3-year-olds. Maybe you don't have time or money to get to the gym every day, but you can go to the playground. You can go for walks. You can, walk the kids to school. Walk with them. That's all the time you have. Walk them to school and walk them back. Maybe it's just that you guys go to the park every day. Walk the dog. Walk around the block. Do some little exercises at home just to get your heart rate up. Get on YouTube, find a little channel that does 15, 20-minute workouts every day and start there. Buy something off of Amazon, a little workout DVD for a while. Get yoga or Pilates. There's even a lot of things at churches or moms where they try and help you work out for free. I mean, there are things you can do, and find something that you enjoy. That's with me with my volleyball. I don't expect you guys to all start becoming volleyball players because that's what works for me. I like volleyball because it makes me run. It gets my heart rate up. I have fun, and I can play that for 3 hours. And it distracts me from wanting to eat food. It keeps me in check, and I don't want to eat food after I've got done playing a lot of volleyball. And I want to take care of my body. And I don't like eating heavy before volleyball. So those things work great for me. But for you guys all to go join volleyball just because I do, that seems kind of dumb. I want you to go pick what's going to work best for you. If you want to get into bodybuilding, if you want to go to the gym, go to the gym. If you don't want to go to the gym, please don't waste your time. Maybe you do need to pick up something new. You do need to do something. But you don't have to just copy whatever it is I'm doing. And macros are going to be different for you. What I had to do is I had to kind of watch several people, and I got a general idea. But I knew I was going to have to figure it out for me, and I took the time daily to figure that out. Is that I kind of learned, I weighed my protein out. I didn't worry about calories so much as I knew I'd look at the proteins and the fats. What I found is it didn't matter if I had less or more protein, like still a moderate protein. If I hit my daily needs for protein, I could eat more or I could eat less, and it didn't seem to stall my weight loss. What seemed to stall my weight loss was if I had too much fats or too much carbs. So those are the things I had to monitor and mess around. And then after doing 2 strict months of keto, and I said, absolutely, I'm going to give myself 2 months to do this, and it's going to be hard, but I'm going to do this to a T. I'm going to figure this out and give myself that amount of time. And when I did, I realized that I had control over food. And then after that, that's when I started to play around with things a little bit. I just tweak it only 1 week at a time, and you only move one thing at a time. I tried to up my fat, and I stalled out. I reduced it down a little bit, and I continued to lose weight. And I said, okay, this is as high and as low as I can go with fat. Then I started upping my carbs. I started messing around where I'd just do 1 extra day of adding a little bit of carb and see if it did anything. If it didn't, then I tried to do a little bit the next day. And that's all I do for that week. And so I learned that I could do maybe 2 days of adding just a little extra carbs in, but not too much, but I could add a little bit of carb and I would do fine. But if I did a third day or more of carbs that was higher than 20 grams per week, I tended to stall out. So I knew I could do about 1 cheat day where I could do a little bit of carbs and my body would burn them all off the rest of that week. My protein intake, I knew what it needed to be, and I knew my fat intake, and that's how I figured it out for me. Then basically knowing that, I just started messing around with the different foods. So I would do, more or less beef. I did chicken, I did turkey, and I tried to see if any of those made a difference on what I was eating, and it didn't really seem to matter so much as if I did too much beef too many days in a row, that could stall me out a little bit, or I just tend to feel a little too heavy, that I feel better if I intermix between chicken and turkey and beef. So that's what worked for me. I didn't do as well if I added too many nuts in or dairy, that I kind of looked at them separately. I could do 1 serving of those per day, but no more than that, and I need to be very careful. And I did more days without dairy than with. So that's what I started doing and playing around with things, but I only changed 1 small thing per week to see what it would do and to understand my body better. Now I've got it down to a T. I can do a little bit lower carb. I can do a little bit better. I've just learned that I've got to keep it under calorie. I can only have certain carbs, and it's got to be with protein. And there's times where I'll go strict keto for even 1 or 2 weeks because I really like being in ketosis. And then here and there, I'll add a little bit of carbs back in, depending on my lifestyle, or if I want a little bit of fruit or something like that. So that way I'm enjoying my life still, but I'm still eating healthy. I'd still rather eat a piece of fruit than to eat a piece of cake. Okay? And that's keto or otherwise. I just feel like our bodies handle those whole foods better. Personally, for myself, I don't want to be doing a lot of those other things that I want to teach myself that fruit is a dessert. That's a treat. That's special. Or I could have a little bit of strawberry every day. If that's what I want to keep myself healthy, I would rather do that than drinking diet soda every day. That's just personally for me. That doesn't mean that's how it's going to be for you. For you, if it's better to do that, and I drink stevia sweetened one with no artificial flavoring, coloring, nothing. It's all natural. But I still don't like that. It's not what I want. So you guys could do like a tonic water every day if that's what you want. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want. I don't even like carbonation that much. So it doesn't appeal to me, and that's why I don't do it. I like water, and so that's what I drink. And I will do tea. But I don't really like sugary or sweet drinks. I never have. I hated juice as a kid. I don't like it now. So I don't miss any of that. It doesn't make me feel bad to see people with soda or something at restaurants. I really could care less. I want water. That's what I want. So I hope that helps you guys. So figure out what works for you. Find a plan that works for you, whether it be keto or low carb. But don't keep trying to go keto if you can't handle low carb. At least do low carb for a while, and then you could move into keto. Or be strict, do what I did. Say for 2 months, I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure this out. I am not going to cheat. I'm not going to do any of this stuff. I'm just going to see what happens. I don't care if I lose 30 pounds or I lose 1 pound. I'm going to do this for 2 months. And I can tell you guys, when you go all out and you give yourself that time, the clarity, the respect that I got for myself, the knowledge and the power I felt of being in control of my own life and in control of food and my thoughts about food was the best gift I could have ever given to myself. And so I know it sounds like it's going to be hard, but guys, it was so worth it. So I hope this helps you. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe if you like this.